Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to episode 109 of Tailgate Talks. 109. This episode of Tailgate Talks is sponsored by the Frisher Recycling and Junk Removal. More on them later. Hey, Mike. Hey, man. Hey. How you doing?
Pretty bad.
Any specific reason?
Well, couple.
It's all good,
Oh.
man.
Maybe like 17 problems.
Well, John Cena's best match since the retirement tour started was overshadowed by a return that shouldn't have happened.
Oh yeah, I guess we should.
No.
No.
You don't want to talk about that?
I will say though, Seth Rollins' cash in was beautiful. Really well done.
So much
Still
so
not
it
gonna still won't beat the heist of the century. But
doesn't need to be 2 nights. It just doesn't need to be
Nope.
that long. Come on, quit avoiding the subject. What's really bothering you? What's eating at your
Guys.
core?
guys, I'm just gonna preface this now. I can't scream because obviously I'm home. I don't want my recording to be interrupted by my parents if I scream. So I'm not going to. Because I don't care. Kind of like the Pirates. So I'm kind of making a unless Bubba Chandler gets called up, because if Bubba Chandler gets called up, I kind of made the decision since football's starting that the amount of effort this organization puts into this team is the same amount of effort I'm going to put on this team for this show, which is nothing. Listen, before you backtrack us, before you backtrack any of us with what we're going to say, they needed to trade Key Brian Hayes. I'm not mad about that. They needed to trade David Bednar. I'm not mad about that. Hindsight, trading Bailey Falter is questionable, but to be totally honest with you, it's whatever.
Sell high. I'm not mad at the Falter deal personally.
No, I'm not either. However, trading these guys isn't the problem. Partially, but not fully, even the return isn't even the problem. This deadline proved what we've known all along. It's about one thing and one thing only.
Cha-ching.
Where do I begin?
But he doesn't factor in money to any of his deals. That's not a part of the calculus.
Listen. Here's the thing. For any other team, for any other team doing this strategy, that's fine. That's fine. If you use the money to better your team for 2026 in the offseason, in trades in the offseason, do they? No. And here's the thing. People wonder, they don't have an explanation why Tommy Pham, why Isaiah Connor-Falefa, why Andrew Heaney is still on this team. I could tell you. Because with where the Pirates are at right now, for attendance, minus Paul Skeens nights, is it high or is it low? Now, here's the thing. If there's still like revenue shares the Pirates get from every other team. Like going to the games doesn't mean it really doesn't put that much money in Bob Nutting's pockets. Actually, if you think about it, it's more so the revenue share from TV rights deals and from the other teams. That's just how it works. Works in the NFL too. Works for the NHL, NBA, you name it. So if you're wondering why they kept all three of those players, is the same reason why they kept Rowdy Tellez last year.
Rowdy.
Which squares back to the reason why they're going to cut him. They need to make money somehow because the attendance is going to be low. Listen, if this was 2021, 2022, I don't hate the Cabrian Hayes trade for the guy we got. But you could have got somebody else too. And you're saying, yeah, they did. Taylor Rogers. What team is Taylor Rogers on right now? The Chicago Cubs, because they traded him right away to save money because all they want. So they got one prospect that's not even guaranteed going to make it and is like what? How old is he? I don't even know. Because Cherington always trades for these 19-year-olds that we're not going to see for years now. And you're going to ask, the same thing was with O'Neal Cruz. O'Neal Cruz wasn't up until like 2022, 2021. We traded Tony Watson for him. That was almost, 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Neil Huntington made one bad move. But you can't deny he wasn't an awful general manager. 3 winning seasons, though, let's be real. He lucked out with Garrett Cole, Andrew McCutchen, Marte, Pedro. Like, he lucked out.
I wouldn't say he lucked out with Cole.
That's fair. But anyway.
He did draft that guy.
True. That's true. This is the worst I've seen this team in my entire life. And here's the thing. You're probably wondering, what if they don't lose 100 games? 2021 was worse. If you think about what's happened, I'm not just talking about production on the field. I'm talking, well, yes, production on the field, but everything around it. If you think about what's happened this year with this team, of course, the fan falling over wasn't their fault. That was just a unfortunate thing that happened. You get rid of the Roberto Clemente thing on the Clemente wall.
Mm-hmm.
Sell the team chance a lot, rightfully so. Thank God. Production on the team. Do I need to keep going? This is why I'm not screaming. Am I mad? Yes. But once again, like I said, the amount of effort I'm putting in this team is the amount of effort Ben Cherington, who, by the way, if he has a job after the season, oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Now, here's the thing. Another thing that came out was the Pirates could have got something better and more for David Bednar, and they didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They could have saved
a better option.
They money wouldn't have been an issue with the better return they could have got. Because I highly doubt they were going to get an MLB bat for David Bednar.
No, it was just higher level prospects in the system. But Ben Cherington was sold on these guys.
This guy, here's the thing. I don't want to say this because, like, again, I really doubt it knowing this team. But this deadline makes me, like, think that maybe he knows he's as good as gone. So he just didn't put much effort into it.
Boy, wouldn't that be great?
Mm-hmm.
So while I pull up the trades and the returns. The floor is yours. I don't know what else to say. I have screamed on this show so many times about this team. Nothing's gonna change. You want to make a real difference for this team? To be actually honest with you, not going to the games isn't not watching is that's not gonna do anything. Legitimately, what's been happening this year with sell the team, Bob, the plane, going to the games, yelling sell the team. That's a difference. Now, do I think sometimes the sell a team thing is wasting your time because you know he's not going to do it? Sure. However, if you keep doing it, he's not going to do it, but it is a difference. So I'm going to pull up the trades.
Well, I think we've been kind of dancing around the big traumatic piece of this past week, which is, I mean, just the atrocity that took place in Denver. I mean,
thank you for reminding me. Go ahead.
putting up 9 runs in the first inning against arguably the worst team we have ever seen. I know the White Sox did it last year and put up record loss numbers, but early in this season, you looked at the Rockies and they were on pace to be the worst team in modern history. They have had just a god-awful season. To put up 9 runs in the first inning and blow that lead, to then be up at 5 runs going into the 8th, blow that lead and give up a walk-off home run and lose in a game where you scored 16 times, to lose 17-16. It's just a microcosm of what the Pirates are, which is a rot from the inside. There is nothing redeeming about this team except one player. One. Maybe 1.5 if you count Brian Reynolds.
I still trust a bat in his hands.
If Paul Skeens was not the consensus number 1 overall pick, if the lottery had fallen in any other way, and we got the 2nd overall pick, this team would be contending for the worst of all time. This team would have that record. It is insane to me that you have Andrew McCutchen on probably the last year of his career, the best player you have had in your franchise's history for the past 30 years, maybe more, and you haven't done diddly squat to capitalize on that opportunity, to at least be competitive for a wild card spot and show gratitude and love to a guy whose number will be in the rafters one day, is baffling to me. It is truly malpractice. Like, I cannot think of any other way to put it. It is ridiculous. And I don't care if they went out the next night and they picked up a win. That game is a permanent stain on this season. And in my eyes, the organization as a whole, they could win a World Series next year, somehow luck into that. And I would be mad, because that just shows that evil can succeed in this world. There's nothing good that could come of it. It's just terrible. Terrible.
Yeah. Dom, you got any words on the Buckeyes?
It's football season.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Football's
Yeah.
back,
Season.
baby.
Yeah.
I want to talk about the trade deadline, but I'm just
We will.
too jazzed for college football in 2 weeks.
Yeah, we will. We will. Yeah, who's ready for the big week one? We're not done yet with the Pirates, but who's ready for the first week of college football? The big matchup. You've got Ted Duquesne versus the University of Pittsburgh.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
excited for something a lot bigger than that.
What do you say, Dom?
Tuesday night in Athens, Ohio.
Oh yeah.
I'm ready for some action, baby.
Ohio
Yeah.
Bobcats type beat.
Forget the Big Ten. Forget the SEC. Forget everything else. It's the MAC. It was always the MAC.
Mac
We're getting
attack, baby.
Pac-12 after dark again. Guys, it's
I
back.
I am ready.
These
No, you
dudes
want to
are
know what? Listen,
these dudes are driving beat up Priuses while the FBS guy, while the big guys are driving Lambos and Hellcats.
listen. You want to know what
It's
I'm ready
war.
for?
This is war.
No. You want to know what I'm ready for? It's Thursday night. East Stroudsburg versus the Edinboro Fighting Scots.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
At East
At East
Stroudsburg.
Stroudsburg, yeah.
I don't want to go to East
Play
Stroudsburg.
them bagpipes, baby.
Yeah. Who said?
Excited for
Wait,
a lot.
wasn't it Kate that said her favorite favorite music was bagpipes or something or platter? I forget. Anyway,
There's a lot of good things to be excited about, gentlemen.
anyway,
good-
let's go back to not being so excited.
I don't want to do that. Come on.
So, Bailey Falter to the Kansas City Royals. Pirates are getting back pair of prospects. Left-handed pitcher Evan Sick, first baseman Callan Moss. Neither are in the top 30 in the Royals system. Caleb Ferguson headed to Seattle. They're getting 19-year-old pitcher Jeter Martinez. Listen, now this one I was okay with getting in like low A ball guy because that was as much as you were going to get for Caleb Ferguson. I was totally fine with that move. Okay. Of course, Frazier was already gone. Taylor Rogers, who was in the Brian Hayes trade, was sent to the Cubs for cash. Also, notably, Mitch Keller stayed put, which was good because I don't trust this general manager to do Mitch Keller's trade. So trying to find the key Brian Hayes. Oh wait, I don't. Oh no, I don't know I was gonna say wait, it was only like another prospect, but I don't remember his name. So trying to find the return. By the way, Brian Hayes hitting a home run his first at bat.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Or his third at bat, whatever it was, but still though. Yeah. Sorry, trying to find for some reason I can't find the return. I think I got it finally. Obviously, Brian Hayes was sent to the Cincinnati Reds. Why is there no return? You know, sports article. Dang, I was gonna say, damn, that would have been a pretty good joke. My point exactly. That's what I should have said. Story unavailable. Crap. Anyway, they got a prospect from the Brian Hayes trade.
Safura.
Okay, literally the only prospect they got for him. I know that.
Yeah.
And then of course, I mean,
Shortstop.
there's really only one guy from the Bednar return that's noteworthy of talking about, and that's Rafael Flores, New York Yankees. Yeah, I believe he was like the Yankees minor league player of the year last year or something like that. He's like, he can play first base. He's a catcher. So then I wonder from that return, have they given up on Henry Davis, who was a 1-1 pick? If you're looking for catchers at the deadline and that's the only big return you get, or the biggest return you got out of David Bednar, you're looking for a catcher. So why did you pick Henry Davis years ago? I know. They had no plans of trading Bednar then. I know. But then it's like, so then just give up on Henry Davis then. That's what it shows me. At least right now. But yeah, I could have got more out of it. Terrible return. We all know why they did it. Money. The goal is for them was to improve the team for 2026. They did not come close to it. And my dad, and I'm gonna end with this because my dad credit for saying this earlier. If your goal was to improve 2026, who has more of a chance to help you win in 2026, Rafael Flores or David Bednar?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's tough. It's annoying to see. But in
Yeah.
better baseball news, I
Wait,
know I'm
actually,
wearing.
I
Oh,
think
he's got to rant more.
no, sorry, I forgot I had an article talking about what Charrington said, which was just ridiculous. So go ahead, EJ.
I just wanted to give a quick shout to the Brewers, who are still the best team in baseball. I know I'm wearing a lot of Mets gear right now because my dad, but Brew Crew going to the World Series. Didn't trade for the pieces. I'm upset with their deadline too, but it is what it is. We got Danny Jansen, and we got rid of Nestor Cortez, so that's fine. I just it baffles me how it's. I saw a tweet that encapsulates it perfectly. Ben Charrington is so bad at his job that it makes me think I can be a baseball GM. And then I realize I'm not fit to be a baseball GM either, which just encapsulates how bad he is at his job. It's ridiculous.
So
I will never forgive the Boston Red Sox, I believe 2014, for winning that championship and convincing the MLB that he's a good general manager, because it's just not true.
by the way, people will be shocked to hear this from me. I think Ben Charrington's worst move that he has made since being here was giving up on Quinn Priester that easily. Now he's on your division rival, one of your division rivals, killing it, going for number 11 tonight. Throwing
rocks.
Yeah. By the way, I'm gonna end the Pirates talk in a minute with something positive because we've barely talked about him and he deserves to be talked about. But first, I want to read some comments that Ben Charrington said about the trade deadline recently. I don't know if it's before or after trade deadline, but they're still pretty stupid, regardless. And I quote, "We have to deliver better, more to our fans," General Manager Ben Charrington said. "Really focusing on how do we build a team that is going to be better on the field between now and March of 2026. And our intent is to be prepared to strike between now and Thursday." Obviously, this was before the trade deadline. Did you, Ben? Did you? And that's what you gave us for the trade deadline? Quite frankly, you made us worse for 2026. Finally, I want to talk about something positive. And Dom, you can actually tag in for this. My God, can we talk about how much of a dog Isaac Matson is?
Oh yeah. Oh my God. He's been an animal for us.
Dom, Dom, this one's all yours.
Dude. Just ain't much to say about it, man. Just things you love to see. Kids, dude, man, he's the hardest worker I've ever met, ever seen in person. Like there were a bunch of days where I'm out on our high school field doing a workout, and he's doing his work. He's out there. It was during COVID. He's out there doing his workout, and I'm looking at him, and I'm like, you would think that we're training for the opposite sports, man. Like his workout's just intense. It's like one of the hardest working guys I know. He's just grinded his way through the ranks. He's played for 4 or 5 different teams. I know he got drafted to the Angels back in 2017. 17 or 16, probably I think 2017. But yeah, man, just something, man. Also, Mike, he is a graduate of the University of Pittsburgh, so that's huge. But
And most importantly,
he is
that's
a
that it's
District
that
10 guy,
that's
baby.
that
He is a
D10 ball right
District
there.
10 guy.
That's that D10 ball right there.
Oh yeah, man. These things.
The Whippeal has the most rated college prospects this year that they've.
We're talking
Don't
about
care.
D10 ball.
Don't care. Not what we're talking about. Don't
Don't care.
Whippeal
care.
supremacy.
Whippeal supremacy. Don't care.
We're talking about
And-
Isaac Madsen. We're talking about Isaac
Oh,
Madsen.
Whippeal
We're
doesn't
saying nice things
throw
about Isaac
their
Madsen.
money up.
We're saying nice things about Isaac Madsen.
Shut up.
Dude,
Hey,
the things you
hey,
love-
don't tell
yeah,
Isaac Madsen to shut up. Be nice.
things you love to see.
But yeah. So anyway, I do want to say like notable moves at the deadline. I will say the winners of the deadline, without question, was the San Diego Padres, in my opinion. Yeah, I thought they won. They made some good moves.
They made good moves, but the one strength of their team, like that has shined throughout the whole season, was their bullpen. So they went out and traded for more bullpen.
Fair. That's fair.
Don't get me wrong. I like the guys they brought in. Mason Miller, freaking
Yeah.
stud.
Mason Miller was traded to the San Diego Padres. How about this move? The Astros trading back, getting Carlos Correa.
That's a dog right there.
I
Glad
didn't
to
see
be
that
back
one.
home.
I did not see that one coming. I thought he was
Me
going to get
too.
traded, but I didn't think he was going to get traded back to Houston. That was that.
You
was
talk about
surprising.
the Twins fire sale. I mean, poor Byron Buxton telling everyone, I don't want to be traded. I'm a Minnesota Twin. And then the Twins were
Mhm.
like, fine, but we're trading literally everyone else.
Bro, here's another return. Freaking Eugenio Suarez going back to Seattle. Getting
That's the
traded.
guy I really wanted the Brewers to go after. They both. I'm surprised that it was two separate deals that got done because the Mariners got both Naylor and Suarez.
Mhm. Joan Durant going to the Phillies. Of course, the Yankees got David Bednar. The Rangers acquired Merrill Kelly from the Diamondbacks. Shane Bieber to the Blue Jays from the Guardians. Padres got Ryan O'Hare and Ramon
No, from the
Laureano
Guardians to the Blue Jays. You got that backwards.
for the. Yeah, no, I know. I said Blue Jay. Or yeah. The Yankees going out and getting Ryan McMahon from the Rockies.
And
EJ already said it. EJ already said it. Josh Naylor to the Mariners. The Red Sox acquiring Dustin May. I don't know why that's on there. The Rays acquiring Griffin Jacks. The Yankees acquiring Camilo Duvall from the Giants. The Mets acquiring Tyler Rogers from the Giants. The Reds getting Zach Little. Phillies getting Harrison Bader. The Mets acquiring Cedric Mullins.
That was nice. That was a consolation prize for not getting Byron Buxton, like everyone said, and not getting Luis Robert because the White Sox were being cheapskates.
Yeah. The Tigers acquiring Charlie Morton. The Royals acquiring Mike Yastrzemski. The Padres getting Nestor Cortez. Sorry, EJ.
That's fine. Please. Take
The
that terror.
Astros acquiring
I'm tired of
Jesus
him.
Sanchez. The Brewers acquiring Shelby Miller and Jordan Montgomery.
Merrill Kelly going to the Rangers was a nice little steal. I liked that
Yeah.
move.
The Tigers getting Paul Sewall.
Charlie Morton.
Yeah, I already said that one.
I want to circle back to the Red Sox real quick and just do a little tight minute on them. Walker Buehler, they get him in the offseason, and he's rough. The numbers not looking good. He's coming off Tommy John a year ago. He had a nice run for the Dodgers in the playoffs. That's how he got his big bag. So he's struggling, right? And to address their rotation issues, they traded for two more of him in Steven Matz and Dustin May. And I have no idea what they thought they were going to accomplish from that. That's another team that just their deadline moves confused the hell out of me.
That's fair enough. But yeah, so all right, before we get to pay the bills again, Alex, of course, you did not get the chance last week to discuss camp because training camp, of course, has started. We'll get to the Steelers later because might as well talk about everybody else. Pretty much last week we said looking at interceptions during camp is stupid.
Dumbest thing ever.
Kenny Pickett looks pretty good in camp so far. Trying to think what else we said. I know something JJ McCarthy. Yes, Dom.
Hey, Mike.
What?
Guess you just homered, man. Guess you just homered for the Buccos.
Oh, is that what just happened?
First
Is that why
time.
Bryce?
First time in what? Ages? He came into this game
From Chicago,
with
Illinois.
No, he came into this game with a 103 average. 103.
103.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm done talking about the poverty franchise.
Well, now he's homered
Alex.
and put Pirates to within one.
Alex, what are your thoughts on what you've seen on training camp so far? Obviously, good for Kenny, rooting for him because we all know what happened with the Steelers.
I honestly barely ever pay attention to training camp. I don't care.
That's fair, but but actually,
I just want the actual season to be here.
Now that I actually think about it with camp, and we can discuss this now that there was a video of Caleb Williams throwing into the net and missing, 3 times? You want to go ahead and take that one because we did not discuss that.
I don't care. Ben Johnson offense. He's still going to be my super flex in my fantasy league, in my dynasty fantasy league. I don't care.
I get it. It's just hilarious to me that he threw a fit afterwards. That's really what like I miss as many throws as you want in training camp. I don't care because he's gonna improve this season. Like it's inevitable.
Yeah.
Even as a Bears hater. But missing all 3 of those and then just kind of flailing about like he did, it made me chuckle. I thought it was a funny clip.
He's just so dramatic. It's so funny.
Yeah. I just can't wait to see Aaron Rodgers walk into Soldier Field and own the Bears one last time.
I actually can't wait for that either.
So I'm really sad that Bryce is on vacation right now because I was gonna give him crap for this, but I'm just gonna do it now because I won't remember to do it next week. I think Mike was the only other person on for this episode when we did bold takes a couple weeks ago. I had a certain bold take that I think just got validated, and Bryce gave me so much heat for it whenever we recorded, and I said this take. I said that there's a certain team that no one talks about in the Big 12 spending a lot of money in the transfer portal, getting a lot of big name guys, 4- and 5-star guys, got some talent. I said that I thought the Texas Tech Red Raiders could compete for the Big 12 title this year and get a college football playoff berth. You know who just released their college football preseason top 25 and said the exact same thing for the exact same reason? Joel Klatt. I was right.
Joel is probably the number 1 guy I listen to in terms of college football.
Dude, every year, as soon as preseason comes around, he starts putting out college football preseason stuff. It's all I watch. It's literally my favorite thing. And then the actual football season gets here, and I watch First Things First, and I watch Nick Wright make the entire internet angry, and it's the best thing on planet Earth.
Yep.
But it's Joel Klatt season, 1,000% right now.
Yeah. I mean, and you can tell he just lives for it. Like, I really enjoy his perspective on the game and everything.
Except for the fact that his top 3 from 1 to 3 went Penn State, Texas, Ohio State.
I am not talking about Penn State until they're on the field playing again. That's how much I'm burned out from talking about Penn State. We talked about the comments from last week of us just getting obliterated by morons in the comments. We're like, oh, no receivers. Ah.
One more time. Go Blue. Who knew? Who?
It's time to pay the bills.
Hail to the
But
veterans.
actually, real quick, before you pay the bills, before we pay the bills, DraftKings or on here graphic released top 10 trash talkers of all time. Real quick, should I go ahead and list them?
Run them. Yeah.
Of course. Number 10, Pac-Man Jones.
Ooh, Adam Jones.
9, Phillip Rivers.
Okay.
Philip
8.
did talk some heat. That's the
8.
craziest sentence I've ever said.
I'm feeling an HMP Bev right here.
8, Terrell
He just
Suggs.
had 11 kids, so he had to take out that anger somewhere.
7, Terrell Owens. 6, Ray Lewis.
Oh, yeah.
5, Josh Allen.
Josh Allen?
4,
He does talk.
Richard Sherman.
Yeah.
3, Coach Prime.
Mm.
2, Steve Smith Sr.
Yeah. Ice up, son.
Now I want to give all three of you a chance to guess who number 1 is.
Antonio Brown.
I'm gonna name my number 1 biggest trash talker, and I know it's not gonna be him on this list, but I'm gonna name him anyway. Shout out Cortland Finnegan.
That's good. That's a good shout, actually.
In the time he took a whole whooping.
Hold on.
He's reaching deep into his bag.
Kevin Garnett.
He's talking football. Every guy on this list is
Every
football.
single
And you're
guy
going
was in-
Kevin Garnett.
That's my
Dom, you think critically.
Lock in. You know
Kevin
what?
Garnett.
You know what? Just because of that, I'm not going to tell any of y'all until we're done with the ad read.
Oh,
Kevin Garnett's a good poll, though. No?
it's a great poll, but it's not football.
Hell no.
So go ahead, pay the bills.
This episode of Tailgate Talks, sponsored by DeFrisha Recycling and Junk Removal. DeFrisha is a family-run business out of Greenville, PA that provides services such as vehicle purchasing, scrap metal purchasing, appliance removal, junk removal, garbage services, dumpster rentals, curbside pickups, house garage, and building cleanouts, and demolition services around the Greenville and Pittsburgh areas. If you or anyone you know are in need of any of these services, check out the link in the description below. There will be a link to DeFrisha's website and their Facebook page. You can get in contact with them, get a quote, and see if they offer their services in your area. Thank you, DeFrisha, for sponsoring this episode of Tailgate Talks.
Thank you.
Okay. Number 1 on this list.
Wait.
Oh, you
Give me
gotta
you
be
asked your
Ocho.
chance. What?
It's got to be Ocho, man. It's got to be Ocho.
Oh, that's a good one.
The number 1 guy on this list was
It's got to be Ocho,
Chad Ocho Cinco.
Insane pull. Insane pull.
Makes sense. I want to shout out an honorable mention there because some of
Right
his
there.
mic'd up clips are awesome. JJ Watt, he talks some smack. You
Facts.
Yes,
guys got to
but-
get someone else out there, man, because he ain't gonna cut it.
But
Also,
Anyway.
shout out to Shannon Sharp's calling the National Guard moment,
Oh yeah,
that was pretty good. Yeah, that was
or
pretty good.
calling the president moment. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
a
that
good
was
one too.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Anyway, not Penn State because I don't care. So far, of course, college football's right around the corner. Let's get right into it.
Oh, wait, real quick. Before we do that, speaking of Shannon Sharp,
Oh,
EJ, someone very special in Packers lore has been inducted into the Hall of Fame.
God, it was nice to see him. I watched the whole Hall of Fame game and him doing his little, especially because he knows the people on that media team and he's did media
Yeah.
for so long. Sterling Sharp, baby. Finally inducted
First
into the
set
Pro
of
Football
brothers to officially both be inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame. Awesome. Love
Unreal.
to see it. Next thing you know, we're going to get Shiloh and Shador Sanders.
I just want to say real quick that Shador's not going to play this year. Anyway,
Hey,
College
Brett Favre, he didn't play his rookie year all that much. He still made it to the Hall of Fame.
college
By
football.
the way, Dom, Joel Klatt had your gross team at number 10 in his preseason top 25.
Hail to the.
They deserve it.
Wisconsin didn't make that list by chance, did he?
No,
Actually,
unfortunately
Yeah.
not.
Oh
You know
my
what
God.
list that they're
really?
consistently topping, though? The hardest schedule in college football.
Actually,
For a
Wheeling, West
team,
Virginia
oh my
is
God,
the best
I
team
don't.
in the
Okay,
they're-
yeah, you know what? We're talking about college football real quick. I'm just gonna say it right now, and I hope I make people mad because I think it's really funny. I'm just gonna say it now because this happens every year, just like Penn State. Texas A&M is officially the Penn State of the SEC.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have been ranked so high in the preseason every year, and they have not won double digits since 2012.
Since Johnny Football?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me continue, and I'll find the thing that I read earlier. Go ahead.
College Station. What a-
Anyway,
What a joke.
my only thought on Pitt so far is if Eli Holstein stays healthy, then he can probably be better than Kenny was his sophomore year. I'm talking Kenny's sophomore year, where they won the Coastal that year. Anyway,
Yeah, maybe we'll see. Because I'm going to be watching a lot of games for that 8-win team. Anyway,
by the way, shout out EJ for his elite live tweeting for
My Twitter
SummerSlam
finger?
and
Shout out
yeah,
admin.
yeah, shout out admin.
I'm telling you guys, there's going to be original programming on our TikTok. You're going to have to tune in. Dude, I'm going to be giving out not gambling advice, but fantasy advice all season. It's going to
Go
be great.
for it. It's your
It's gonna be
account,
great.
man. It's your account. You got access to it. Go ahead.
I'm
All right.
actually so excited. Go ahead.
Here's the comment that I read earlier because this was on Joel Klatt's top 25. After doing some research, since Texas A&M's last double-digit season in 2012, they have been ranked 8 out of the 11 past seasons since then and have not won double-digit games a single time.
Well then.
It's just sad. If I actually cared about them.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like any of us are Aggies fans out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, Alex, I'm saving you for last for a reason because we had a pretty good conversation before the guys got on, and I thought we'd continue that. But first, EJ, I'll give you time. A little bit about the Wisconsin Badgers going in. Go ahead.
Yeah, so
EJ, you don't have to do this to yourself yet if you don't want to. It's okay, man.
it's the only time I'm ever going to want to talk about them, so I have to. Like I said, hardest schedule in college football, almost unanimously. Like pretty much everyone is saying that. And for a team that has not built themselves or made them equipped to be in that position, they're writing checks that they cannot and will not cash. It will be a miracle if we make a bowl game this year.
Yeesh.
Which is insane to say because they had one of the longest bowl streaks in FBS history.
Yep.
Up until last season. I mean, the days of Barry Alvarez and Brett Bielema
Look, not you, EJ. Continue. The other two. Look what I just put in the chat.
and even Paul Christ are just, it's just sad. It really makes me upset that Luke Fickell, this double agent for the Buckeyes, has come in and ruined my program. It's a sad thing to see. I mean, my hopes are at they can only surprise me this season by being good.
There you
They
go.
could go winless, and I would not be surprised. They can only surprise me, and I mean, maybe that's the key. Maybe just go in with your expectations as low as humanly possible, and then you'll be pleasantly surprised. You can't be disappointed. So that's how I'm looking at this season. Anyway, go Badgers.
Speaking of teams that don't get talked about and end up inevitably doing well, it's almost time, boys. Death, taxes, and Utah football, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Whittingham with a new quarterback that hopefully isn't 47 years old and gets injured every 3 games. Shout out Cameron Rising. Literally put up like 500 yards in
Saved
the
it.
Rose
Saved it.
Bowl against us.
7 years in college football. Isn't that right? Wasn't it like 7 years?
Yeah. Dude, do you have any idea what it was like after we lost to freaking that team up north, having to watch Cameron Rising throw for like 600 yards in the Rose Bowl against us? I mean, we won, so it was fine. That was the game where JSN had like 400 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns.
Yep.
But I was like, okay, so we are watching Pac-12 football right now, right? Like that's what's happening. Cool, right? Got it.
It's my one critique of Ohio State the past decade is that they constantly play to their competition, whether it's up or down. They
Don't even get me
just
started.
constantly play to their competition. They will.
Yeah,
They will.
Trust me, I
immediately-
remember the Purdue and the Iowa games. Trust me.
Mhm. Yeah,
I'm excited to
Lord
see
have
some.
mercy.
Michigan boys laughing over here, like you guys
Oh.
do much better.
Yeah. You want to go ahead and talk about Michigan before we move on to our last 2 things?
Nah.
Nah. Okay.
Okay, I'll say 2 things very quick about them for Dawn.
If you want to say something about Ohio State, go ahead. But
I
the reason
make
why
people
I kept you out of
comments
that.
too upset. So gotta stay
There are
peace.
2 things that make me very nervous about the game this year. The defense is going to be the defense, and there's a very good chance that Bryce Underwood's going to be playing by that time at least.
I think he could be the week 1 starter.
He could be. Mikey Keene is not a bad quarterback though.
Why did I look when you said
No,
that?
no, yeah. I think he's gonna. I think Underwood's gonna start the week 1.
Mikey
Yeah, I
Keene's
think-
got like 40 starts under his belt at Fresno or something like that.
I think they're gonna split reps in the first game.
What
Probably.
makes him Fresno State?
You got Oklahoma,
Fresno.
week 2, so it's really just gonna depend on who Sharon wants out there. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait. The game's going back to the big house.
You boy.
21-point dogs.
It's going to be a big one this year. It really
Yeah.
is.
It's gonna be fun, and depending on what happens, I might just disappear for a month.
Before we move on to our last 2 things, Alex, what's your prediction for Penn State and Ohio State?
Oh, gee, Mike, let me think about this one for a minute.
A lot to a little, brother.
Oh, I actually do have one take, not about Ohio State or that garbage blue and white team that sucks. And hasn't beat us in a decade.
All because of
That
the one
team,
block
that
punt.
team and Oregon both play at Iowa this year. I'm telling you, at least one of them is walking out of that place with an L.
Oh yeah.
At least one of them is walking out of the Iowa Hawkeyes Stadium with an L. Either Penn State or Oregon. One of them's walking out of there losing. I'm
I don't
telling
know
you.
if it's-
I
don't
pray
know
it's
if
Penn
the
State.
Children's Hospital, or if it's the wave, or it's the fact that you have to spend the weekend in Iowa. But something happens when you go there that you just forget how to play good football, and they just get a win. It's
Dude, that's like Coach Nolf told me the story about what it was like whenever he went to North Dakota State. Like, he was on the St. Francis coaching staff, and they played at North Dakota State. And he said he was like, dude, there's just nothing out there. And everywhere you go, it's just North Dakota State football fans everywhere, and they want to murder you.
Mhm.
and that's all it is.
Yeah.
Like I feel like that's all it is in that area. It's just Hawkeyes football, and that's all they care about, and they will kill you if you're not a Hawkeyes fan.
It's the same thing with Nebraska. That's why Big Ten football is different, because it's farmland and football. That's what they got, and that's what they're going to be good at doing. I mean, that's it.
ACC.
So funny.
We don't care about the ACC anymore, okay?
I don't even care about the SEC anymore.
Big Ten Superior Conference.
It goes Big Ten, the MAC,
and then peace.
and then
and then peace out.
everyone else, and then UConn. Actually, no, Army, then UConn. No, Army, Navy, UConn, then the SEC. This isn't Saban's SEC, man.
No.
You have to play down south. Play down
Anyway.
south. Nice
Anyway.
It's
weather.
Sarkeesians. It's Sarkeesians SEC.
What do they
It
know
might be
about?
at this point.
What do they know
Yeah.
about playing on a Tuesday night in Athens, Ohio, in a blizzard, getting back on the bus, and showing up to their 8 a.m. because they go to great institutions.
Okay,
Let's go,
so
baby. Go Rockets, baby. Go Rockets.
Toledo.
okay. Perfect segue actually, because you mentioned North already. The Edinboro Fighting Scots currently back in camp, of course, under new head coach Matthew Scott. I will actually be up there at Edinboro on the 23rd to film some stuff. You'll see it on this show. Get some little mini interviews. My goal is to get one with Merv and Gav, because I didn't get to do that before we left. But of course, Alex, we obviously, because we don't go in Dom, in all of us, we don't go. Obviously, we don't go there anymore. So I don't know what to say about this team. What I do know is because at the basketball games I was seeing the vibe that Scott was bringing early on, and I will say, if the way he brought the team together in the spring was the way he did, Edinboro Fighting Scots are going to look pretty good this coming year. Just saying.
You say you don't know? I do know. 12 and 0. That's what I'm saying.
That was
That's
cold.
not-
Crazy.
That was
Mhm.
cool. But
Mhm.
here's the thing: from like the spring and what we know, assuming Bo is the starter going into the year, of course, after last year, the guy that can answer this question would be you, Alex. From what you saw and what you know about Bo, is what does Bo have to do to? And I know new offense, new system, and everything. But obviously, you know about that with anybody that has to do that, even if it's in the college or NFL level, new system, you got to learn and everything. So you can answer this question. What do you think Bo's going to have to do to be successful in a new offense? Because now the job is, I'm assuming as of right now, his, but obviously I don't know that because we don't go there anymore. We're just basing this off of the spring and then what we know from the past. The job could be the job could be Meech's. So this question can be scheduled. What does Meech have to do to be successful in this new offense? So the guys, so either if it's Bo, Meech, or the new guy, that new Nico guy that is coming in, what do they have to do to be successful in this new offense?
Yeah, so I've talked to one or two people that are still around the team. The big thing is this offense is going to be similar to our old offense with Coach White last year. But from everything I've heard, a lot more motion, a lot more nuance, which is great. College football is a big spacing game, wider hashes, more field to take advantage of. For these quarterbacks, it's going to be just learning the quirks and the gimmicks of heavy motion offense and just reading the defense. You know, when you motion a lot and stuff like that, kind of force the defense's hand a little bit more. So it's going to be just, reading the field, making sure that you execute on every play and don't make mistakes. And while we're at it, actually, I'll go over the schedule real quick because I have it pulled up.
Also,
Start of the schedule was tough.
Defense. Protect the plaid.
Start of the schedule is rough though. They get Thursday night again at East Strouds this year, out Philly area. Then they get a week off. Then after the week off, they get Kutztown at home. Then they go to Bloomsburg the next week. So 2 times in 4 weeks, they will be traveling to the greater Scranton and Philly areas for huge road games. So at East Strouds, week off, home against Kutztown, at Bloomsburg. That's a tough stretch. I think they could win maybe 2 out of the 3 of those first 3 games. I think they might be able to win at East Strouds. Home against Kutztown is going to be a real tough role. You're talking about the defending PSAC champions here. And then, at least I believe they were the defending PSAC champions. And then all the way out to that area again to play Bloomsburg, who is definitely the easiest of those 3 teams, I would say. Home against Clarion should be a win. At IUP will be tough, like always.
Yeah.
Home against Cal on homecoming for the Tony Papley revenge game.
Papley return. Oh my God. That's gonna be
Home against Fairmont should be an absolute clap. Trip up 79 to Gannon should be a win. Scamper down 79 south to Seton Hill and Greensburg should be probably another win. Home against Slip is crazy. And then, oh my God, out to the Philly area again to play Millersville on the road. That should be a win, though.
Did I hear you say we played Bloom this year?
Yeah, the first 3 games are East Strouds, Kutz, and Bloom.
Dude. Oh my God.
That's what I said, bro.
We don't play Bloom.
We always play Bloom, I swear to God.
I played him twice.
Where was Franklin Pierce again? Was that
New Hampshire?
Rhode Island? New Hampshire, yeah.
That was fun. That was actually kind of fun.
Clap Robert Morris again.
The turnaround.
I wish, dude.
Was tough, though.
But it's
go all the way up to St. Francis and play some ball, man. Like we played some ball up there. 10-7 victory. Turn around
up in New Hampshire, yeah, that was tough.
Turn around the next week and go play freaking Ronnie Brown and Tyson Bajent at Shepherd. Oh God. Never forget the Rhino package, man. Never forget.
Dubs. That's all I'm hearing. Dubs on dubs on dubs.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be a fun season. I'm gonna be around for it. I'll be around for a lot of those games.
I will too. I just bought a new camera.
For me, there's always going to be some legend for me to Fairmont because that was my first experience with the team, like as a team, because we traveled for the spring game last spring. Dom remembers.
That was my last experience with the team.
Yeah. You mean besides the first 2 days of camp in the summer?
I checked in. That's about it.
We don't check in around here.
We lock in.
I checked in on Sunday.
Gosh, but anyway, yeah, I don't know. I think Edinboro will be pretty good this year. New head coach, new system, schedule. I'll be at every home game because I got a new camera and I got the go from Coach Scott. So even though I don't go there anymore, I'll still be there. But yeah. So all right, last thing. We do got to talk about the Steelers, and it's simple. I did write down biggest concern going into this season. But if you want to change it to biggest question you have, and obviously, EJ, if you want to answer this, I mean, you're a Packers fan, but if you have an answer for this, go ahead. If you don't want to, obviously, you're a Packers fan. I don't care. So either your biggest question about the Steelers or biggest concern about the Steelers going in. Let me start. I'm not going to go concern just yet, but I am questioning what's Broderick Jones going to do moving back over to left tackle.
Oh,
he'll be all right, man. See, Have you seen that dude? Have you seen that kid? You seen that dude move?
Mhm.
Dude, that
Yeah.
kid, he is athletic.
Yeah.
He'll be all right. He'll be all right.
So that's my.
He's working on those mechanics right now in training camp. He'll be good to go. He's got
but-
Aaron Rodgers behind him now. Aaron Rodgers is a freak, by the way.
Freak.
Probably made him go isolate himself for 5 days. Say, just think about week 1.
Whoever wants to go
Darkness
next.
My biggest concern for them guys, for the Steelers this year, honestly, secondary.
Yeah.
Feels like
I
it
still
always.
don't like the trade. I still don't like the trade. I still don't like it.
I do,
I
but
don't.
I'm still worried.
I hope he proves me wrong, but I've just never been huge on Jalen Ramsey, especially now. He's getting older.
He's still got a good first step, though.
I know.
Yeah,
but
he's still got juice.
I don't know, dude. I just wish we had still had Minka way deep, man.
Fair. My
Send him back
biggest
to the Dolphins, dude.
My biggest question isn't Rodgers himself. I just want to know what the chemistry will be like between Rodgers and DK. I'm interested to see how
Yeah.
that shakes out because
They're
Rodgers,
like living together right now.
yeah, DK is a big body guy and he can go up and get a ball, and that tends to be the archetype that Rodgers loves throwing to. But it'll be interesting.
DK's
it's either going to
just-
be a career year for him, DK, or it feels like just a non-starter and they won't connect.
it's just so weird to me because DK is like ginormous, but he's historically a yak receiver.
Yeah.
He doesn't really run, like he doesn't do well with back shoulder fades and stuff like that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I just don't know how that chemistry is going to work out.
And that's like Aaron's bread and butter is like he could look at any single one of his receivers in Green Bay if they were one-on-one and they knew what ball was coming.
Yep.
And they knew exactly where it was coming at.
And as like a B note to that, it's not even a question or concern, but I have high confidence in the Freiermuth connection. I think Pat and him are going to have great chemistry.
I think him and you know who I think's going to have great connection with him? Depending on who plays this role, either Calvin or Roman Wilson. Because one of them is going to be his Donald Driver / Jordy Nelson / Randall Cobb /
Yeah.
That guy. My biggest question, and it's because I listened to Ben talk about this on Football, and I thought it was really interesting the way he put it because I think it's true. He talked about how when he snapped up his elbow in 2019 and then he came back in 2020, he thought in 2020 that he felt great. And then in 2021, he realized, oh, I actually feel great. Like I just thought I did last year. Like, and he said that difference from one year removed from that major injury to 2 years removed from that major injury was big. So my biggest thing is, are we going to see a slightly more mobile Aaron again? How is he going to be able to move now 2 years post Achilles?
Yeah.
That's something I'm going to be curious about because really, I mean, he had more of his passes dropped last year than ever before in his career. And
his numbers weren't bad.
No.
Like,
I mean, his ADOT was way lower than normal and stuff like that, but like he, again, 1 year removed from the Achilles, you're still kind of cautious too.
What'd you say, Dom?
Raise the Jolly Roger.
Oh, yay.
Really? I saw they tied it.
Let's go.
Guess who scored the winning run, Mike?
Oh, did he cross the plate?
He crossed the plate.
He was probably like the extra runner or something.
I don't think he was.
I don't know, but
He got hit.
I will say the last thing I will say about the Steelers, and I was actually waiting for Alex to come back for this so I can say this. There's no more excuses for Mike Tomlin for this year.
No.
There's none.
Jesus Christ, there's
You are
not.
all-
There's seriously
you are-
not.
You basically are all in now. There's no excuses. If you have the
After
same
getting
record,
Aaron,
if you have the same record as you did the last 2-3 years, what are we even doing?
exactly.
Here's my bold-
There's
here's
no
my
excuse.
bold Steelers stake. 13 wins.
That's fair.
Ooh.
I can see that.
I think that's their ceiling, and I think they hit it.
Yeah.
Do they win a playoff game off of that is the question.
I don't
I've
know.
been
I'm not
saying
making any
this-
assumptions.
And I will say this. Aaron Rodgers will win you a playoff game. He
Yeah.
might even win you 2 playoff games. But if you somehow make it to that AFC championship game, I have no promises for you.
No, that's valid. It's a great point.
Anyway, you know what? I'm feeling, before we pay the bills one last time, gentlemen, feeling about making a little bit of an announcement right now.
Oh, yeah?
Announcements. A terrible way to die. It's a terrible way to die.
Whoa.
Ladies and Zack Ryder. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 Tailgate Talks rapid fire schedule. It is that time of the year again. Of course,
Let's go!
the history
Revenge tour.
Of
Me
course.
and the Chiefs going on a
The-
revenge tour.
of course, the history of rapid fire. First 2 champions, Mr. Alex Brown, and last year's champion, Haley Alexander, whatever. Let's talk about that trade.
Boo.
So, of course, everybody, same rules as last year. Everybody plays each other twice. In the last 2 weeks is the playoffs. This year, I based the schedule, well, tried to, on records from last year. So starting in week 2, of course, Haley had the best record, so gets a harder schedule. And then, of course,
Sweet.
Dom finished last, so he gets the easier schedule.
Shut up.
So week 1, we're just making a tradition at this point. It's me versus Alex. And
Rivalry week.
I thought, you know what? Every week 1, let's just put the co-hosts against each other. So it is Bryce versus Dom, week 1 and 8. Emma versus the reigning champ Haley, and AJ versus EJ. Week 1 and week 8. Week 2 and week 9.
Big pack battle right there. Let's go.
Week 2. Week 2 and week 9. Championship rematch from last year. Haley versus myself. Emma will be taking on Bryce. EJ will be taking on Alex. And
Let's
AJ
go.
will be taking on Dom. Week 3 and week 10. Haley will be taking on Bryce. Emma will be taking on myself. EJ will be taking on Dom. And Alex will be
Dom.
taking on AJ. Gentleman's game right there.
Bang.
Week 4 and week 11, Haley will be taking on EJ. Emma will be taking on Alex. Myself versus Dom. And Bryce versus AJ. Week 5, week 12, Haley versus Alex. Emma versus Dom. Me versus AJ. Bryce versus EJ. Week 6 and week 13, Haley versus AJ. Emma versus EJ. Myself versus Bryce, and Alex versus Dom. I'm surprised.
The real gentleman's
I'm
game
surprised.
right there.
I'm surprised the chat AI thing put you guys at week 6 and week 13, and then week 7, and then of course the last games for before the playoffs start. It will be Haley versus Dom, Emma versus AJ, myself versus EJ, and Bryce versus Alex. Now, the tiebreaker is now full effect for now on. If you are going in to the Monday night game tied, then you will have a tiebreaker for that Monday night game. Now, here's another scenario. Say me and Alex, say Alex has 7 and I have 6. The tiebreaker is in effect because
The possibility of a tie.
of course, yeah, possibility of tie. So possibility of the tiebreaker is in effect. Going into the Monday night game is a tie. The tiebreaker is in effect. That's it. Let the games begin.
Let's go, dude. This is my favorite time of year.
This
I'm
is
so
the fourth rapid fire. Wow.
I'm so hyped.
This is the fourth rapid fire. This is about to be my third
so,
trophy.
right? I think so, right? Because you went back to back.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm about
Yeah,
to
yeah,
win
it's
my
four.
fourth.
Yeah, this is four. This is four.
Yeah, I'm about to win number 4 this year, straight up.
Wait, then tailgate. Oh yeah, we rebranded. Duh.
Yeah.
But
The BC.
but yeah. So for the final time, Alex, we need to pay the bills.
This episode of Tailgate Talks sponsored by DeFrisha Recycling and Junk Removal. For more information on DeFrisha, check out the links in the description down below. Take you to their website, take you to their Facebook page, either one. Get in contact with DeFrisha today. See if they provide their services in your area and get a quote from them to get cash fast. Thank you, DeFrisha, for sponsoring this episode of Tailgate Talks. And I don't have any paper. Oh, I do have paper. I have a napkin. Good night, America.